Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Today we're going to be talking about social eating awareness. Because all the parties are coming up. We're at the end of 2021 and we have Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, other holidays after that. And these things never go away. So if we are socially aware of ourselves or aware of our social eating, we can stay ahead of it and not go off the rails, especially if you're trying to lose weight. We talk a lot on this channel about how I lost 55 pounds, 8 sizes, got off of all of my meds. I'm on no meds now, and I kicked alcoholism, and my high blood pressure is gone. And I have regular blood pressure now. That's what the meds were for. So all of that has been fixed. And I do have a little bit of eczema because of the work I do. And I'll talk about that in another video. But most of it is gone. But if you are here because you're curious about the title, Socially Eating. Social eating awareness is kind of different. I know I go big sometimes, people, and I hope you hang with me and stick around for the end where I talk about my truth bomb. I'm trying out these truth bombs. Let me know if you like it. I want to thank everybody for spending your time with me today because maybe I don't say thank you enough, but I'm here to say thank you. I really appreciate you watching and hopefully taking some of these things that I talk about into consideration. If you're trying to clean up your lifestyle, we in this household, Andrew and I, practice a carnivore/keto diet. We eat a little differently than each other. Andrew lost 100 pounds and I only lost 55 pounds, but this is the way we eat now. And we have improved so many things in our life. So check out my other videos. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, and liking. And please comment on any of the stuff that you want to talk about. I'm very open. When people have parties, they put out a buffet of food, delicious food, food you normally don't eat on a regular basis, even if you're not on a diet. So these are triggers for most of us. And I have some theories about why we feel that we deserve to cheat on our diet. It's almost like a little mini 2 to 3 minute vacation when you're eating a piece of pie or cake, full sugar treats that we normally don't want to eat because we're trying to clear out our gut. We're trying to fix our system so we can participate in life and enjoy this ride on this planet. The main reason I think that we do this and turn to food for a little bit of fun and a little bit of change of pace and a little bit of cheating on our diet, but we don't really want to do that because we've been doing so well, is because we're bored. We do the same thing over and over. It could be during your work day. It could be at home. Every day seems like the last day before that. And we don't have a ton of excitement going on a lot of times. So when these parties come up, it's a little more excitement. You feel like you want to celebrate. And the first thing us as humans, the first thing we do is food and drink and indulgence. And I don't think this is healthy, people. I think that the reason we turn to these things, especially with the food, the junk food, the celebratory foods, and even some alcohol like I used to engage in, is because we're bored / socially awkward. Yes. Even myself, I am an extrovert. I am a loud person. I am not afraid of a little bit of attention. I love to communicate and talk with different people. I am not severely shy. However, I am still socially awkward, and you may feel the same way. Let me know in the comments if, you go to a party, there's new people there that you haven't met. What the hell do you talk about? And you want to be charming. You want to be engaging. You want to be somebody who is well liked and accepted by others. And we're getting deep here. But being socially awkward is natural, especially when we're going to these events. Feel kind of funny if you're not with your people that you're always used to being around. So for different reasons, we go right to the food, I think. and tell me if this helps. Now, in a way, I do feel like it kind of eases the performance anxiety you may have. Now, I've been on stage because I've been a musician for years, and there is such a thing as stage fright. And I'm going to relate this to what we're talking about when you're in a new setting and it's real quiet sometimes and you walk in and you don't really know what to do with your hands. You don't really know who you should talk to. And so I think going to the food and having that option kind of makes us feel a little more at ease. We know how to be with food. But sometimes this can lead to going to the foods that will give us the fastest dopamine hits, like the chocolate cake and the stuff we're not used to eating when we're on a low carb diet or practicing a low carb lifestyle. So being aware of these things ahead of time, I think is very, very smart. And to understand that everybody else at this party, for example, may feel the same way. And they're shoveling in food too, so they don't have to talk about odd topics they may not know something about. So being socially aware of how you eat in these situations, I think ahead of time can be very, very useful. If you are trying to clean up your body, if you are trying to clean up your lifestyle, being socially awkward is something you can accept, that it's going to be a few moments of a little bit of awkwardness, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing that anybody else isn't feeling, because they are. And even some of us who are loud and boisterous, we get stage fright too. And I've definitely gotten stage fright by playing in front of an audience, in a new club where I didn't know anybody in the audience, out of town and stuff like that. It does happen. You get a little shaky knees. But once you get into the flow, it goes away. And we don't have to turn to food to fix that. Now, if you want to grab some snacks that are meat, dairy, or eggs, or keto friendly, then that's okay. And it does give you kind of a moment to put something in your mouth if you don't know what to say. You know, another reason you might turn to those foods that you normally don't eat, that are not part of a carnivore or keto diet or a low carb lifestyle, is because there may not be activities with some of these social events. And even planning an activity, maybe you could do a card trick. I know that sounds kind of dumb, but maybe you could think of a topic to speak about that's interesting for anybody to chime in on. Maybe stay away from politics. That's one of the rules, that you don't bring up politics with a new set of people. Is always a classy move to not do that. So stay away from politics, I say. But maybe I'm thinking of an activity. If you're having a party, for example, maybe you could do a little trivia. We had a work gathering the other day that was slightly awkward, but they, the big bosses, brought in some trivia, and that made it a lot more loose, a lot more fun, and it loosened everybody up, and it wasn't food-based, it was fun-based. You know, the reason we get together is for the fun. We're supposed to connect with each other. And we're supposed to try to enjoy the differences in each other and communicate. And the food is just kind of like window dressing. It's just part of the whole experience to make it more pleasant, to make it something special. And I definitely understand that. But if you're living this kind of lifestyle now and you are cleaning up your diets and being very, very conscious and aware of what you are consuming, then you can't stay ahead of it. Bring your seltzer. Bring your nut butter. Bring your beef jerky if you have to, and throw it in your pocket and nibble on that at a party. And you don't have to eat the crappy treats because somebody made them. Now, someone's going to eat the crappy treats. They will not go to waste, so don't worry about that. Games, music, even if you turn it down low in the background so you can all have a nice conversation. All these things help lighten the mood and help loosen everybody up. I love the idea of activities. Let me know what things you do when you get together, maybe for the holidays or special events, some ideas you may have for the rest of us. I know board games, card games, even a little gambling. If you're part of my family, we used to do some light gambling, and it's all in good fun. Some people play Pictionary or charades, and some people play musical instruments and they bring their guitar along. We've done that, of course, in my family, and that just really brings a lot of joy to the excitement. And it's not so food-based. If you're singing along, there's no food in your mouth. You get my picture here. So considering some of these things is not so off the wall. Don't be afraid to bring your little bongo drum. It might end up being a cool little sing-along drum circle kind of deal. I have never gone to a party that I can remember and come into the party, didn't talk to anyone, eat the food and leave. You would never do that. Some people also dance when they have a party. And I'm a little shy when it comes to dancing because I could work on my moves a little bit. I spent so many years being overweight, and I'm still overweight, guys. Still on my journey. Stick with me. I'm going to really tear it up this year and try a bunch of different stuff. I don't think you want to miss it, but I have a ways to go. I'm not at my goal weight, but I'm going to keep going. And having this channel really helps me stay on track and be self-aware of my habits. But dancing is another way. If you're shaking your booty, you don't really see people eating and dancing at the same time. It's not really recommended. So shake your booty. I don't think you should twerk, but if you want to twerk, that's up to you. It's a free country. The entertainment that I'm talking about is living it up, laughing, even watching a movie together. Playing Dirty Santa where you can take someone else's gift is always a winner. One tip I have when you're going to a gathering and you don't want to social eat, you can bring a keto dish, which let me know if you want me to do a keto dish around this Thanksgiving. I was thinking of doing a green bean casserole, which is low carb. Believe it or not, I have found a way to do a low carb green bean casserole. That's probably my favorite dish during Thanksgiving. Let me know if you want me to do that. I might do it next week before Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving. But if you bring a keto treat with you, you can use this as a little bit of entertainment. You can serve the dish or have it out with the rest of the food and see if anybody notices that it's low carb. Now, I have done this for fun, for myself, so I can concentrate on a little bit of fun without indulging in terrible foods. So I'll bring my keto treat. You can do a sweet version. There's a ton of desserts out there, and I'm telling you, I've done it. People do not know it's keto. And when you tell them it's keto after they've eaten some, they start asking you, well, wow, that didn't taste at all like a diet dish. How long have you been doing keto? What have you found to be helping you while you're on keto? And you get people on the keto diet by accident. Now, I am a big believer in the keto diets, and I'm an even bigger believer in the carnivore diet. But getting people to be curious about keto is very, very exciting because they can clean up their life. And when they see how well you're doing and that you look 10 years younger than the last time they saw you and you're 50 pounds less than the last time they saw you, they start to realize they can do this too. And it's very, very exciting. So if you want to use food as entertainment in that way, I approve. So my truth bomb here at the end of the video, guys, is even extroverts like myself, people who are pretty comfortable being in the spotlight, people who are natural performers, a little bit of a show off maybe, which I've been called before. Those of us who are not so shy, we have social anxiety also. It tends to go away. We tend to get used to it. And believe me, my heart races when I have to speak up in public. And even doing these videos, my heart used to race so hard when I first started. It's a little easier now, but we get adrenalized And I call it energy. I like that feeling. It makes me feel alive. So if you feel socially awkward this holiday season or anytime you're in an uncomfortable or new situation and there's food there, you don't have to turn to the food to save you. Your personality, your gifts, your love that you have to give to the rest of us, and adding something to the room, something no one else will ever be able to give because you are unique, is much more important than relying on the food. So being socially aware of your eating habits will help you this season and for more seasons to come. Thank you for listening to Black Eyed Soul. That's our band. Andrew and I record right here in this room. Check out my other videos. Please comment to me any ideas you have so we may have more fun and a little less eating or relying on the food this season in the comments. And thank you for tuning into Love Style. Peace out.